Wow. I need to look up what the next episode is a quote-unquote reference to.
It's...
No, wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I have to know. I have to know by my own hand. Here it comes. It's loading. No, it isn't. Denji Man?
Denji Man?
Denji Sentai Denji Man?
Are you fucking kidding me? Denshiki?
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Not the best looking one I've ever seen.
What is that?
The code on Denshiki's face, DZ8022, is likely a reference to Denji Man and the date the first episode aired, February the 2nd, 1980. Kill yourself. Sick of it.
That's what Denji Man looks like.
That's exactly what Denji Man looks like, as a matter of fact.
Which ones are left? Good question. Let me tell you. Let me get up and tell you, okay? Go Ranger, Jaka, Battle Fever, Denji Man, Bioman, Change Man, Mask Man, Time Ranger, Gower Ranger. That's it, actually. Wow.
That's all?
That's it.
Can we fit those all in?
Yes.
Oh.
There's, what, 13 more episodes left?
Yeah, it's true.
11? Oh, yeah, and Zenkaiger.
And
I guess.
We already have that one, though, so...
There's no Zenkaiger monster.
No, but we had that gear from the beginning, so...
Yeah, that's right. Then maybe they're saving that for the crossover. The movie was Hurricaneger.
Yeah. The people are still looking at this Denji thing, by the way.
I don't give a shit what they're looking at. They can look at it till I'm fucking done showing it to them. Look at it!
Look at it.
Look at it!
Look at Denshiki. Look at my Denshiki, boy.
Look at my Denshiki, boy. Hi. Look at my Totsuki boy. Alright, I want to reiterate some things that I said at the beginning of the stream for people who jumped in late. One, yes, we know about the Ultra Galaxy getting subbed on YouTube. No, we will not add it to Toku Tuesdays because it's too long. We'll do a batch of them on their own some other time. Number two, yes, I do know about the cipher for the Jamato that's in Geats now with Gem's subs. I am aware of that. Before you're like, oh, let me tell you about the cipher. I know about it. I don't know what the cipher is because I do not want to know, so don't try to tell me. Number three, most importantly, yes, I am aware about Jason David Frank. For the sake of not causing arguments, I am banning that topic of discussion from the stream until further notice. That's all. Now we can go forward.
What the hell happened?
What
happened? What was that? What the fuck what was that?
Well, that was a pretty good episode.
That was
some pretty good week actually. That was a good Geats.
That was a good Geats.
Music.
Geet.
Look at my Geats, boy.
Look at my Geet.
What got banned? Mentioning Jason David Frank is currently a banned topic because I don't want people to argue about it, and also I don't really think this is an appropriate venue to discuss it. Now, okay, the Ultraman and the Geats cipher are not banned topics. They're just topics that I already have let you guys know that I'm aware of. There's a deleted scene. They explain that he used to bully them in what?
Cerebral school.
Whatever, that's not real.
Whatever.
They always be coming up with some dumbass.
Graduate top of my class at the Cerebral Academy.
Graduate top of my class being fucking gay.
They were all over each other, huh?
Nepotism.
They were fucking like crazy.
I feel like the Yamato are gonna start talking pretty soon. You know how it's like the same thing as Kuga, but like eventually the Grongi just started actually speaking, like understandable words.
It gets to a point where like you need to know what's going on.
Yeah, it gets to the point where the writer Yamato did, but they didn't say anything other than henshin, did they? They just said that. But that's what I mean. Like eventually they'll start talking in sentences and become characters.
That thing with
actual
them
antagonists.
If you can
believe it.
The that bit with the Yamato growing in a greenhouse was
I didn't like that.
Jarringly fucked up, to be honest.
Amazon's,
I mean, I know Geats hasn't been
in there.
for real. The little limbs? No.
Oh, Takahashi learned that when he wrote the third Amazons movie. I mean, the Amazon, the you know what I meant. Technically, that's not incorrect. They did make movie versions of season 1 and 2.
Okay, right, yeah. I thought you were just making it up. Did he write that?
Yeah.
Hellish.
Yeah, he wrote that. You can ask Cena all about it.
The
only person who's ever seen that movie. I don't even think Flowers watched that movie.
I genuinely didn't know it existed.
You didn't know about Amazon's
the movie?
The movie.
It's I think I did, but like I didn't know Takahashi had anything to do with it.
Yep, Takahashi wrote it because Kobayashi was busy not caring about Toku anymore.
You know what? Honestly, so good for her. So good for her. Get out and stay out.
Which means that as of right now, her last contribution to Tokusatsu is in fact Kamen Rider Amazon Season 2.
Well, it's not the best way to go out.
It's arguably one of the worst ways to go out, I think.
From what I hear.
Unless you ask like Aaron or Cena, in which case they would strongly urge you to consider that it's actually the best way to go out.
People really do say good things about Amazons, and I don't believe a word of it.
I like some of Amazons.
I've never watched a second.
You don't need to.
Nor will I.
I'm watching the Saber special. Yeah, we're actually about to put that. We're about to put that on right now for sure.
Right now. No.
Why don't you can go ask Cena about that too? Because I bet her gay ass is watching it right now.
Right this moment. I know for a fact she downloaded it.
Yes, I did. Yes, she did.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Why not? Actually,
kind of just stopped.
I stopped watching Saber about 5 episodes in. Caught seconds here and there. Saw them in crossover movies. Did watch Trio of Deep Sin. So fuck it. I'll watch the Sabella special.
No, you will not.
No, I absolutely will not. Because it's gonna suck.
Don't lie to the people like that.
No, I would never lie to the people like that. I don't mean that.
That was a joke.
I'm not doing that. That was a joke. I'm not watching the TTFC Sabella special. Because it's going to be all of the worst things from Saber.
Yeah.
It's literally going to be every worst part of it.
We're never going to... I mean, we've had Saber on the program before.
Saber's been here.
How does a what? Huh?
Eh?
What are you asking? Oh, you're talking about Amazons. Yeah, it just happens.
Oh. Don't worry about it.
I mean, they look like people. I guess. I don't know. You know what? I was always a little unclear about how they lost 2,000 test subjects.
That's a lot of people to lose.
A lot of people to lose who are also vicious, violent, man-eating beasts. Who are all on a ticking countdown timer of being consumed by the need to eat flesh. Why did they make those again?
That was going to be my next question. What was the material benefit of making
I'm
those?
struggling to remember what the material benefit of Amazons was. Were they not microchipped or something? I guess not. They're microchipped, but only when the band activates, right? I think the bit in Amazons, like they all have that arm thing on that like suppresses the Amazon cells, but without it being replaced because they're all free, like because they're not in the labs anymore. when it starts running out and they start turning into an Amazon, I think then it starts beeping, like then it starts like blinking or something. Because I'm pretty sure the conflict or whatever in like season 1 at least was that they couldn't just go out and find unawakened Amazons. They had to wait until they started turning into monsters and eating people to find them.
Seems like a disadvantage.
Seems like a poorly designed system, and I cannot for the life of me really remember why a pharmaceutical company made flesh-eating monsters in the first place.
I think just do that kind of thing.
I'm sort of struggling to remember why they made 2,000 flesh-eating vicious monsters. I don't remember. I think in the movie they like eat them, but that's a totally different scenario.
That's a different thing, yeah.
Like the pharmaceutical company that invented 2,000 flesh-eating monsters. But I don't even think it's like Umbrella. Like Umbrella made what are they called? BOWs.
They were like bioweapons.
They were like very explicitly bioweapons that they were supposed to manufacture and sell because they do that.
Yeah.
There's lots of like spin-off games and like movies and crap about like bioweapons being like Umbrella bioweapons being sold to like dictators in like third world countries and shit.
Which is such a funny business model, really.
Yeah.
What if we made these terribly dangerous, very hard to control zombie bioweapons instead of like a bomb or something?
Well, I guess the zombies are like an accidental byproduct, right?
Yeah, that's right. Like
the concept of the T-virus was to make the point of the T-virus was to make tyrants.
Right, yes.
And then the zombies are an accidental side effect of contact with the T-virus. Because the core concept of the BOW program was to make tyrants and sell them.
Yes.
Because that's what Wesker was in it for. Money. Chris.
It's about the money, Chris.
7
minutes. That's all I can spare. We're not talking about Resident Evil this early in the talk section.
Yes,
Hold on.
What was the point of making 2,000 flesh-eating monsters? Wesker was in it for the bit. He was just committed to the bit.
He was so committed to the bit.
Because
Wesker was the most
I'm
committed.
pretty fucking sure that Amazons weren't meant to be bioweapons. I don't recall that ever being a topic of discussion in Amazons where, like, these are supposed to be our super soldier thingies. Why did they make them? Also, why did they make them able to turn into humans?
That, again, that feels like
it feels like kind of like a... I guess you can kind of ask the same question about, like, the Kaijin and Black Sun, but they had a reason, at least, for why they made the fuckers. And Amazons does not have that. Why did these toku fall apart under like basic scrutiny?
Yeah, when you ask the simple question of, okay, why did you make that? Why did you do that, man? What's your fucking problem, dude? It was so much easier in the 70s when you could just say this secret evil world domination organization made monsters to dominate the world and kill people. Easy, simple, answers itself.
Do you think the concept
morality?
Do you think the concept for Black Sun came around from those parts in Kamen Rider Black when the Holy Saints were like talking mad shit about the Kaijin, like they were like lesser than them? Do you remember that? Like that's why Kujira Kaijin fucking like defects from Golgum in the first place. Is that he overhears the sages, the saints, priests, the high priests, like talking about how they're gonna like fucking like evaporate the world's oceans or like whatever, and he's like, I fucking live there, and they're like, shut the fuck up, Kaijin. And he's like, okay, like did they take that one interaction and just base the entire fucking show over it?
That's really funny.
Yeah, in the movie they used Amazons as livestock, but that's not what they were originally designed for. And also, if you were going to design a livestock creature, you probably wouldn't base them on vicious, flesh-eating monsters. Cows don't kill and eat people.
No.
Medical research for what? For what? Like, what's the end goal?
It's a little bit flimsy, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure Actually, I don't know if the Amazons in the movie had human forms because I didn't watch the movie. Altering genetics to make humans perfect. Okay. I don't... I'm just going to take your word for that.
Yeah.
It was 4,000?
No!
Christ. Oh my god, that's right. He was like crazy. Yeah, he was like, oh, survival of the fittest. Like he did it on purpose. Whatever.
Oh, Amazon sounds awesome.
It doesn't make any sense. It falls apart at the most basic of scrutiny.
Like, completely goes to pieces. Oh yeah, I saw someone mention Fever a minute ago, by the way.
Oh yeah, Fever. Fever!
Whatever.
Yeah, it's cool. Everybody just has one of those now.
Yeah.
I get it's a very pragmatic it's a very pragmatic upgrade. Like, it's a very pragmatic thing to introduce in your show so that everybody can mix and match like the toy line without having to procure 15 different 15 different copies of Monster.
Yeah.
Like this week he fucking took Beat from Nago, but he doesn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, so now he can just roll the dice and just get it when he needs to. And also you can have two of the same thing at once.
Yes, because next week he's using
Magnum.
And Magnum. Yeah, also everybody gets there's something like unique that you get when you double up.
Yeah. The gold scarf is that's real funny. That's one piece of fabric and a little gold star brooch, and that's your lot.
It implies mixing.
And they all get yellow eyes.
I don't know if it implies mixing the buckles is worse. It's a pragmatism thing. Although it's less pragmatic as like when Build used to do it.
Yeah, it's not strictly built for that. Although I will say, like, none of the buckles except for Boost have any interaction with each other anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like putting, Beat and Monster will get you a different sound than just the two on their own.
And
which
Boost
is a bit of a missed opportunity, to be honest. But
it's
like,
kind
I
of
get it. There's
half-assed toy line.
Yeah.
When you really get down to it.
Yeah, it's not. It's fine. I get what they're doing.
It's just
I
okay.
kind of appreciate it. It's fine. Yeah, doing what it needs to do.
Just like a bit of a half-assed season. I don't know. I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat invested.
Yeah. It's there's much worse things to be than a fine season.
I'm just waiting for Takahashi to start swinging for the fences and like wiping out
and fuck up like he loves to do that.
I want so bad for him to fuck up. Hey, at least the characters are actually like interacting with each other in this season.
Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe he has actually learned something. It's important
he learns one thing every time.
He does. Eventually he'll make a good show, like just by trial. Well, actually no, he'll make a show that's good in everything except the fact he's still a misogynist.
Yeah.
That's not gonna go away.
Like between from X8 to 01, he like learned pacing.
Yeah.
Which is arguably the most important thing that he's ever learned as a writer.
He got that down quick, which is good. That was a big improvement.
Not quick enough. How was Donbrothers? It was
Oi.
Man, that was a long episode. It was good.
Yeah, that went on. No, I had fun. Sonoshi.
Yes.
What the fuck was what am I meant to do with that, anyway?
What am I meant to do with that?
What do you want from me there?
Like between 01 to Geats, he learned how to write characters.
Yeah,
kind of.
Honestly,
he learned how to write character interaction.
Yeah, which was a thing that was sorely missing from 01.
And X8 too, but like
and massively, X8 had too much else going wrong with it. That was like the third biggest problem in X8. It was like the second in 01.
Yeah, I'm like, you almost take it for granted now, but like those scenes of the writers just like sitting around and like telling each other that they wish they could kill you.
Yeah,
That wasn't in 01. Nobody talked to
No.
each other in 01 unless it was a pragmatic plot conversation, or like Aruto whipping his dick out with like the
Yeah,
joke,
and,
like
the bits with Neon and Ace hanging out and like getting meals. That's a huge improvement because that's not even in context of like the Grand Prix at all. They're just doing that on their own time.
yeah. It's the
it's
first
good.
Takahashi protagonist to actually speak to a woman.
Fucking literally. That's not even a joke. That's not even a joke. The
I know,
first.
though.
Oh, I know. That's a little bit chicken fried rice.
Mm.
Ooh, I could go for that. Yeah, that's not even a joke. I don't think.
Not a joke at all.
Like, none of them have ever interacted with an actual woman before.
What's a woman?
What's a woman?
What's a woman? Like, but like, Ace has interacted more with Keiwa or Buffa, depending on who you think the second writer is, more than Aruto and Fuwa ever spoke to each other in the entire run of 01.
Yeah, literally.
And we're only 11 episodes in it. He's already interacted with, you literally take your pick to either one of those. He's interacted with like at least 3 times more than Aruto and Fuwa ever spoke to each other.
Yeah, he's had moments with not only with those two and Neon as well, but also like some degree of interaction with Keiwa's sister, who is not even like a main character. So they're having moments of talking to people who are not even directly related with the plot.
Ace is actually a character.
If you somehow, despite the fact that the notion of him is he starts off already developed, he's more of a character than any of the fucking other guys who didn't do that.
Emi was never a character, and Aruto was kind of just a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Ace is actually a character with considerable like things that drive him as a person, and likes and dislikes and emotions.
Mhm.
He's not just a one-note character. He has more than one defining character trait. So maybe it's Takahashi learned how to write No, I guess it's Takahashi learned how to write characters this time. Like, last time he learned how to pace a television show, and this time he learned how to write characters. And next time, maybe he'll learn how to end a show.
Yeah, that. You know what? I'm not hopeful, but like I'd like it. It'd be nice.
Maybe this time he'll learn how to end the show decently.
Maybe we can get to the last sort of 10 to 15 episode stretch, and the wheels won't just dramatically
and he won't just
fly
shoot
off.
himself in the foot for no reason at all.
It would be really nice if we could do that.
I know you
one
will.
time.
I know you
Yeah,
will.
I'm not. My hopes are not high that won't happen again, because it has happened every other time. Although it was a bit less noticeable in X8 because
if you go back and watch like the last 5 episodes of X8, the pacing is fucking crazy. It's like they're just like bouncing back and forth between like it's over, it's not over yet. It's like they like beat Gemudeus like 2 or 3 times. It's like a whole bunch of crap going on. Characters died and then they come back like 20 minutes later.
Yeah, it's just
they were like super hardcore, like stalling for time or like just flopping around like the last 5 episodes of X8. It's painful.
It was really quite rough. It would maybe be nice, Sirigan, it would be nice if they could learn how to write a show before they did it. If they learned how to write before getting Toei's most profitable tokusatsu property for an entire year and writing every single episode and all of the movies, it might be nice to see some competency demonstrated, but what can you do? You know, learn on the job.
Yeah,
is how I've always done.
So you're one.
Admittedly, it's been a bit lower stakes.
Zero One had like 3 factions of pairs, but none of those pairs had strong interactions with themselves either. Yeah, like
No.
Zero One's cast was like segmented, but like within those segments, they never really made it work either. Unfortunately,
No. What did Jin and Hirobi have going on?
they had that thing at the beginning of the show where Hirobi very clearly in plain Japanese said, "Jin, I am your father." Right? Do you remember that? That happened at the beginning of the show.
That. He
and
said
then
that to
for the
him.
entire rest of the show, he acts like he didn't say that.
Never happened.
And not only did he not say that, but he said the complete opposite of that. And he never ever meant that, and he never said it.
That's right.
It was such a bizarre that was such a bizarre retcon for his character.
Weird.
That was such a weird thing when he's like, I know that he said this one thing. With X8, I'm wondering if it was known the show would have a reduced episode count at the beginning of production. That's something that a lot of us have debated about, but I don't know if we've ever gotten clarification on that issue.
It is the big lingering question over the end of X8 if Takahashi knew he was getting 45 episodes or not, because it doesn't feel like it.
But yeah, it might have been a scramble to like try to make everything work. There has to have been a point. It's not like 2 weeks before that he was just like, all right, wrap it up, let's go. Because the ending of the show leads directly into the movie episode final.
Yes.
So he had to have known, at least on some level, pretty far in advance how many episodes he was getting. I don't know. I feel like you could make more arguments for he knew he was getting 45 episodes than not. It doesn't feel like something that they would spring on him with no notice, because the point of X8 having a reduced episode count was to reset the toy line stuff, like was to reset the timelines for toys.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not just something that Toei might have pulled out of their asses last minute. Like resetting, like, because that reset was specifically for the toy calendar. That's not something you can just pull out of your ass. You'd have to coordinate that from the beginning of the planning stages of the toy line, so you know when things need to be done so they can be on the shelves at this date, right? Like they're like in productions and things like this, there can be last minute delays, but there really can't be last minute, it needs to be out earlier kind of stuff, because that's not really how these kinds of things work for the most part. So I feel like there's more evidence to suggest that he, if not from the very beginning, had enough time to know how many episodes he was getting and what he had to work with, compared to go ahead.
I guess that just means he's not a very good writer then.
No, it does mean he's
unfortunately not a very good writer. Undercuts his biggest excuse.
That excuse is still valid for 01 though, to some extent.
Yes.
Obviously nobody could have predicted that.
There was no telling that was going to happen, although he is still a bad writer.
They were very clear about that also, to be fair. See, that's it, like they were very clear about how many episodes were cut from 01, or like how much time was lost from 01, because I think they ended up losing 6 episodes, 4 to 6, something like that.
So yeah.
I don't know if those extra episodes would have fixed 01.
No, I feel like
01 could have
the wheels
landed.
came off 01 while it was off the air.
It did, because they rewrote it while it was off the air.
Yeah, they fucked up something vicious while it wasn't going. They had too much time. So
instead of using that time to like tighten up the pre-existing plot outline, they just threw it all in the fucking trash and rewrote a new ending to the show.
It was way worse.
Which was way
Probably.
worse.
Well, I can only assume.
It was. Well, that's my opinion.
I can't imagine what they could have done that would have... the way it was going, I can't see how it could have ended up worse than that.
I don't know.
We're not talking about 01 anymore. We've been here.
We've been here. I've been you.
We need to get over her.
I am over her. I don't think about 01 in my normal life.
Me neither.
When I turn the camera off, I don't think about 01.
No. I don't think about Kamen Rider.
I don't think about, yeah. Imagine if they edited Zark Zero dying and Saber started early. That's what they should have done. Talk about Revice instead. Now let's talk about Revice instead.
Well, let's talk about Revice instead. Well, have we got anything new to say about that now it's settled for like a couple of months?
Yeah. It was not great.
It wasn't great.
Sloppy. It was poorly paced, poorly written, and poorly acted. And I don't think they'll be asking that guy to come back ever again. Probably
not.
Bro was
also poorly edited
flabbergasted.
sometimes. Bro was flabbergasted.
Just between 01 and Revice. Gun to my head, I guess I would pick 01.
Yeah, I enjoyed more of 01 for like legitimate enjoyment reasons than I did of Revice. I probably had more fun with Revice, but if I'd been watching it by myself, would I have? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably
I would
not.
I could watch 01 easily. I would just have to stop at like episode 42.
Yeah.
And then I would just like make up an ending. Like I would literally stop at the last episode of 01 I would watch would be when Hirobi and 02 team up to beat Arc Zero.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's a perfectly good ending.
And that's the end of the show, because that's where the fucking show should have ended.
That is the end of the conflict in the show, and everything after that was really not worth it.
And then it went way off the rails.
Yeah, and something bad went on there. And then there were like 3 movies I never watched.
I mean, it's like... I don't know how many people are like willing to write tokusatsu. Like you can't really just pull up to like world-renowned serious writers and be like, bro, do you want to work under an extremely strict, tight deadline with like toy executives breathing down your neck every single week, forcing you to make rewrites to your script, and also, by the way, you have to like make a show that's like enjoyable to 5-year-olds.
Yeah, I think
not an appealing process to a lot of people.
No, I think we did talk about this a bit towards the end of. It came up at least. I don't remember if we ever brought it up, but like, it is an intensely hostile production schedule to newcomers, which is presumably why I think like Inoue is probably like the golden guy they're looking for.
And he's the only one who can handle it.
Inoue, like he's hardened to it. He's whatever the fuck is wrong with Toshiki Inoue means he can just roll with the punches.
He can do whatever. Yeah.
Easily, like years in a row, back to back, fucking across multiple different franchises, no problem. Most other people, you see the stress marks start to form. Like, I can say that Takahashi is a bad writer, but like he did, for whatever reason, I don't know if this was a decision in his hands or if this was something that they were trying out higher up, write every single episode of X8.
Yeah, he did, right? Every episode of X8 plus the movie.
And the movies, plus the movie. Which is an insane undertaking, considering that was the first Toku show he'd written.
His first Toku, he wrote 45 consecutive episodes over like 47 weeks. And then the movie as well. Yeah, he wrote every single episode of that show. He wrote mostly every episode of 01.
Yeah, he wrote it wasn't as much. He definitely had more.
He wrote the majority of it, but he did not write every single episode.
Yeah, it's it's the thing is like it's easy to. I mean, X8 is still definitely badly written, but it's kind of easier to understand why, because that's. I mean, I think most people you would start to see like
it is an extraordinarily hostile environment to try to create a cohesive work in. Because like literally you have to be, even if you're not writing every episode, you have to be involved to some extent. Or you could be like the guy who wrote Saber and Ghost and just fuck off for 90% of the production.
Yeah, or you can do that.
You know, he figured it out. And he's just like, yeah, they hired me to be the head writer, and I wrote less episodes than everybody else. Not
you know what?
Else.
He was probably living happier than most head writers.
Yeah, I guess so.
off doing something more fulfilling.
There's literally that other writer who literally wrote more of Saber than he did, but he's not credited with the head writer credit. Like, he doesn't get that credit. Like, having to write week to week to week to week to week, especially if you choose to do it in a way where you're literally writing it week to week, or like you're writing it as you're going, conforming to the fact that it's also like you have to deal with the script, like the shooting schedules and everything, and then also Bandai is going to drop crap on you and be like, you have to sell this now. Saber was meant to be more of a collaborative group. They should have collaborated better, I guess.
I was gonna say, because like, I mean, my understanding of Saber is it's a little bit all over the place in terms of coherence.
I don't think collaborative writing is a good idea, but I don't think it's necessarily the best idea when you go like a 20 episode stretch of time without the head writer touching a script.
Yeah.
At least as far as we can see. I don't know. Maybe he was supervising everything and I don't realize that. But there's literally like at least a 10 or 15 episode stretch of time where just his hand did not touch paper for that show. It's the same way with Ghost. There was like the entire middle of the show, or like the third fourth of the show, like 3/4 of the way through the show, he just like did not touch the fucking show.
Clocked out. He
clocked out, yeah. I don't know what he was doing. I know he was writing the movie for some of that time, but like he was not writing the movie for 15 weeks. It's probably easier in Sentai where they don't have to do serialized story. It does seem like the Sentai production period is a lot easier for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Sentai usually maintains a pretty consistent, middling level of quality. That's debatable. Like, I feel like the general quality of Kamen or Super Sentai has been pretty consistent. Like, barring the last like 2 years, which are totally different outliers. Like, generally they're all near the same level of consistent quality, like objective quality, right?
Yeah, it's not as the extremes are less extreme.
The extremes are less extreme, but like they're not selling a new toy every week.
Yeah.
They're not selling, you know, they're just literally just selling less toys.
Yeah, so it's way easier to accommodate.
Even if you think about like the most toy heavy Super Sentai out there, which would be like,
what would that be, like Lupin Ranger?
I was gonna say Lupin Ranger springs to mind because they had a lot of, but it's not like they were like, here's a new thing, here's a new thing, here's a new thing.
No, they spaced them out.
They spaced them out pretty well. Actually, they spaced them out really well. But they were like, they would be like 10 episode lengths of time where just like no new toys were coming out, which just gave them the freedom to just do what they needed to do.
Yeah, and like compare it to Geats, where we've I think had a new buckle every episode for the last at least 3, if not 4. I think maybe 4 as well. I couldn't say that for sure because I forget when Ninja came in.
Ninja.
I think there might have been a break.
There was a break.
Ninja, then there wasn't one,
and then it was.
And then there was Monster,
and then
it was Beat, and now Fever.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and with Beat came the Beat Axe as well.
Yeah.
And with Ninja was the Ninja Jeweler, so there's just so many things you have to accommodate, and that like really forces your hand for what you're writing.
For Loop Hat, it's like, okay, here's the guns, here's the mecha. We're gonna introduce a new one like every 5 to 10 episodes. That's it.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, you just. I mean, you have to sell the toy in the episode, but we have scheduled intervals in the show pre-built for you to do that.
Yeah.
Every time you finish that, when you do the fight, there has to be a finisher, and they use Baika for the finisher every fucking single time. Like, you know, the mecha fights. You sell the new mecha. That's it. You don't have to like squeeze it into a narrative moment for the most part.
Yeah.
Like
generally, they are more separated.
Sentai just it feels like way lower intensity for like the writers to have to deal with.
Yeah.
It is pretty insane that Komura and Inoue have written every single episode of Zenkaiger and Donbrothers respectively. Komura did write every single episode of Zenkaiger, and I feel
boy,
like
did
that
that show.
might have been a factor in why the show really lost its steam about halfway through.
Yeah, I feel like well, really a lot of the creative team, I feel like, it's not very fair, it is mostly her, really did kind of just, I've said it before, run out of steam, and I was going to say phone it in, definitely, in a lot of
There was
places.
a bit of phoning it in, I'm not going to pretend there wasn't.
Yeah,
Not
like,
in a way,
just
though.
kind of, no, you cannot accuse him of not doing something with every episode he gets, no matter what.
The thing about Inoue writing every single episode of Donbrothers is that, like, Shinakura, like, literally, like, said, like, nobody else can do it but him. He's like, we've reached the point in the show where it's so Inoue that, like, nobody else could pick the show up and write it.
Which is literally true.
If Inoue took 2 weeks off, Donbrothers would just have to be off the air for 2 weeks.
That's it.
Well, that's not really how it works, but, like, you know what, like, if Inoue
if
Inoue didn't write next episode, the next episode wouldn't air. Nobody else can do it. It's so wrapped up in his style and his mind that nobody else... It's impenetrable to anyone else in the fucking world.
Including the viewer sometimes.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Nobody else could just pick the show up and do it. Even, like... Wait, didn't he not write the one episode, and that one episode was just the clip show? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think that was the only episode he didn't write.
Yeah, and even, I mean, that's
nothing. It was literally just a clip show.
And not even all the guys were in that.
No.
Like, a lot of people literally did just phone in their lines. They were not in the episode.
It's like the actors also don't care if Inoue's not on it.
That's it.
Inoue is the only person the author theory actually applies to.
Yeah.
He's the only author in the world, like, legitimately.
The only guy who can really do it. I don't even like most of his stuff, but I'd be lying if I said it doesn't weigh heavy on my mind at all the time.
Not me. I don't think about Fies anymore. I went to rehab.
It's been long enough that it's mostly passed me through at this point, but like it comes up now and then. When I'm reminded, I relapse a little bit, and it's truly. It's just not like anything else. It's so when Inoue isn't being just horrifically bad and unpleasant to watch, he does create some of the more compelling things to ever be put to screen in Tokusatsu. For better and for worse.
For better and for worse. Or he just... There have definitely been some things where he phoned in, like some of his episodes of Ryuki were just like whatever. Or just like comedy. She doesn't really do that much anymore. I mean, he does jokes in Donbrothers, but he doesn't really do it like how he used to do it.
No.
You owe it to Fies Ryuki, and he wrote half of Ryuki. Literally, he literally wrote like half that show.
The episode I always think of is that one with, oh my god, I can't believe I've forgotten his name. Zolda, you know.
Kitaoka.
And Shinji. Yeah.
Yeah, the two-parter with the...
Them on just a series of dates, effectively, which is so an Inoue thing to do. Just throw that in, you know.
They're doing what? Another CSM release for Fies? I can't wait for that to get scalped for $1,000.
Oy. Man, remember when they did the CSM Auger belt?
No.
Who was asking? I love Auger, and who was asking?
Did they do Saiga?
They must have done. That's the easiest fucking layup ever.
Hey, you.
It literally just Fies. Hey, you. See you again.
See you again.
No, that's the other guy. That's the American Ninja. I'm getting my wires.
Oh, shit. That's wrong.
That's wrong. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you guys.
Fucking, why do they always do this? Why do they get these guys to do this?
Yes, and I was right about that. I should stream Paradise Lost. Did we not do that already?
It's so familiar.
I know I've streamed Paradise Lost before.
Yes.
Like, I've shown Paradise Lost before.
Yeah. I don't think we've done it here.
No.
But like,
did we do it in the server? Like, no, I guess not. Did that predate?
It might do, yeah.
Jeez.
It might be the olden days.
Because I know I've shown Paradise Lost before. We should do it again.
It's definitely been streamed. Paradise Lost is actually the only movie. Believe it or not.
You want Abba and Strive? Maybe next time, bud. Maybe next time, bud.
Oh yeah, you got your
right.
guy, didn't you?
I was right. I say that like it wasn't like blisteringly obvious.
Take credit when you're right.
Yeah, I was right.
I always do.
Like there was no other option, but I was right. Oh, maybe it'll be Alpha. No.
Nah.
I was right. I knew. Okay, Daisuke told me. He DM'd me and he said, "Hey."
He called you up.
It's going to be the character that's the only person who's in the story mode with a brand new design and hasn't been on the roster yet. And I said, that's crazy. Are you saying that the next DLC character is going to be the only character in the game who has a new design and a story role and hasn't been on the fucking roster yet? No. Yeah, I'm always correct. Now, the next DLC character, that could be anybody.
There's no telling.
But not the one you want. It could be anybody except your favorite character. Could have been funny if they made the model for Sin but never actually made it playable. I would be funny, but I would be sad.
It's not unheard of.
In fighting games? It is. Do you know... Let's talk about Mortal Kombat.
I was thinking of Mortal Kombat.
I just sat up in my chair. I was like, this.
Now
whole,
we're going.
This whole conversation, I was like leaning down, and I was like, set up. Let's talk about Mortal Kombat 11 or whatever.
Yes.
When like Rain and Rain and somebody else was in the story mode. Not only were they in the story mode, they were fightable NPCs that are just not on the roster.
I know in 11.
Baraka.
At least Cyrax is there.
Cyrax? No, wait, didn't they...
Cyrax is in 11.
He's playable in 11, right?
Is he?
He wasn't Triborg is in X.
Yeah, well, I haven't been keeping up with 11, I admit, but I just read Metal Kombat. Metal Kombat. I've not
Kombat 11.
seen him. Admittedly, I don't super keep up with...
I wrote Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Every time I see Mortal Kombat 11 on sale, I'm like, wow. No.
No. That's fine.
Non-playable characters appearing in the game include Shinnok, who appears in the intro to the story mode, and in one of the stages, albeit only his head. Sector and Cyrax, Ermac, Reptile, and Smoke, and Kintaro.
Wow.
I forgot they fucking took Reptile off the fucking roster. That's Reptile, bro!
That you literally can't fucking
You can't fucking do that to Reptile?
To Reptile?
Oh yeah, Rain was an NPC in X, that's right, yeah.
You're fucked. You're fucked for that. Reptile? Not in the roster in any capacity.
No.
But
you know who made it back in? Fucking Devora. Thank God.
Oh,
and
thank
Frost.
Christ. Frost. Fucking Frost.
Fucking Frost.
Enough.
Noob Cybot.
Oh.
Baraka. Like Baraka made it in. Like Baraka made it in, but not Reptile and Ermac. Fuck off. Are you serious?
Insane. Are you serious?
Are you?
They got Rambo in this motherfucker, and they didn't get Reptile. Nightwolf, everyone's favorite.
Fucking Sindel.
They got. They did get
Starlet. Frost knew to come back, but Devore coming back was fucked. I didn't need either one of those. I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you. Fuck both of those characters. Fuck you.
Do you remember when Frost was in X for 1 second?
No.
She was in a cutscene. She tried to get the jump on Scorpion.
She's kind of bad though.
That was it. It's kind of bad. Is that Frost?
Is that Frost?
Genuinely the best video ever, I think.
It's like one of the best videos of all time.
Raiden, show me who did it.
Raiden, show me who did it.
Is that Frost?
Bro, that's still gay.
Bro, you're gay. Oh.
This is Mortal Kombat X. Other notable characters that appear but are not playable. Baraka. See, Baraka wasn't in X.
Okay. Thank God. For
Sindel, fucking Fujin.
Fujin?
Okay,
Why the fuck does Fujin keep showing up in these?
Who the fuck cares about Fujin?
Literally, who cares
Rain.
about Fujin?
Serena. Who the fuck is Serena?
Who the... Oh, I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it.
Serena?
I know. I
From fucking Sub-Zero? No,
yeah.
that's not a real character.
Yeah.
Nope,
no,
character.
she was in NetherRealm at one point. In one of the cutscenes.
Lee May, Frost, fucking Striker, Cabal,
whatever.
Nightwolf, and Smoke. Because like half of these characters, like Striker, Cabal, Nightwolf, and Smoke, are just like they're fucking zombies.
They're revenants. Yeah, they all
revenants.
Died.
Yeah.
They're dead as shit.
Do you remember when they put fucking Tremor in MKX?
Oh my god.
From the fucking Briggs game, from Special Agents or whatever.
Tremor, they did.
Tremor. Fujin, because Fujin was in 11. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, in Aftermath. He's
you know what?
All over the story of Aftermath.
You know what though? Like Baraka, fucking Fujin, Striker, whatever. Whoever you give a shit about who wasn't in Mortal Kombat X. Do you know who was in Mortal Kombat X? Fucking Boraicho.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, Boraicho was a DLC character. You had to pay money to get fucking Boraicho. You're insane.
Thank you, NetherRealm. So
also,
much.
Tanya was a DLC character.
Please, whatever. Fuck ever.
You know what I think my favorite thing about Mortal Kombat X to 11 is? Other than the fact that one is called Mortal Kombat X and the next one's just called Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
Is all the new characters that they introduced in X that nobody liked that they backpedaled hard on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking Ferrator.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah. Kung Jin.
Gone.
Takeda. Gone.
Gone.
Wait, I think Kung Jin was in at 11, actually. I don't remember.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
There was no room for him. Get out of here.
Jackie Briggs made it in, though.
She made it. Her and Devora. Those two.
Yeah, like Cassie, Devora, Aaron Black, and Jackie Briggs were like the only survivors. They just like, it's not like they killed those characters, they just didn't mention them anymore.
No, that's it. It's also not even the same Aaron Black. It's past Aaron Black.
Don't remind me, please.
The plot of MK11 is perhaps one of the worst things.
Also, I don't think Kenshi made it back in. In 11?
No, he didn't. No, he wasn't.
Which is weird because I thought everybody really liked him.
Yeah, I thought everyone.
Kotal Khan.
Oh fuck me! Of course, yeah, Kotal Khan. I forgot.
Kotal Khan was.
You know, they did find room for the Collector in MK. Whatever. Yeah, there have been 11 of these.
Melina. Technically, there's been
more than that.
A little more than that. There's been let's see.
Bunch. Mortal Kombat 2011.
Okay, that's not the.
It's not confusing. It's not fucking confusing. Don't confuse Mortal Kombat the franchise with the Mortal Kombat the game or the other one. Game.
1, 2, 3. Are we counting Mortal Kombat? Are we counting Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 as a different game?
Come on now.
I guess so. Okay.
I
1,
guess
2, 3,
so.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 'There's over 20 games.
Fuck me.
But like some of those games are like MK Trilogy, which is bullshit.
Yeah,
there's like a differential between MK4 and MK Gold, which is literally nothing except that MK Gold was broken. The fucking Mortal Kombat and fucking Mortal Kombat Advance counts on this list.
Right. So it's just anything that's been released under the
Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition, which is the PSP game. I'm sorry, the Game Boy Advanced version of Deadly Alliance.
Come on.
Mortal Kombat Unchained, which is the PSP port of Deception.
Oh, why is it called something
Ultimate
else?
Mortal Kombat, which is another Ultimate MK3 port. Yes, like the Game Boy Advance, yes. And then there's
they put that on anything.
Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection, which is just a port of Mortal Kombat 2, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which was bad. and the 2 iOS Mortal Kombat games.
Jesus.
But technically, in terms of like mainline fighting games, yes, there's 11 of them.
Yeah, in terms of like the main entries.
That'd be Mortal Kombat 1 through 3, Mortal Kombat 4, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, Mortal Kombat, which is also called Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah, retroactive.
Is that right?
It
1,
wasn't
2,
at the
3,
time.
4, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon. That's 7. What is the 8th game?
What is the... What's the 8th?
What's the 8th game? Mortal Kombat 2. That's not a fighting game. Oh, shit.
What is it?
It's Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. That game's canon. That's Mortal Kombat 8.
Oh my god, it is.
That game's Mortal Kombat 8.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's Mortal Kombat 8.
Fucked.
Yeah, that's Mortal Kombat 8.
Horrible.
Yeah. That's Mortal Kombat 8. Yeah.
That's hideous.
Yeah. That's Mortal Kombat 8. It even says right here on the wiki page, 8th main game, a non-canonical crossover. Then why the fuck?
Why the fuck does that count? You could. If that gets to be
canonical crossover title set an alternate timeline between Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3. I didn't know that had a place on the timeline.
Oh my god. Okay, so Mythology Sub-Zero would have literally been a better option for the 8th game in the series, because at least that is canon. Scorpion
and Sub-Zero. I think Scorpion was in Injustice 1.
Yeah.
And Subs and Raiden were in... Raiden were in Injustice 2, I think. I don't play Injustice because it sucks.
A lot of guys were in Injustice 2.
Yeah, Hellboy's in Injustice 2. Fucking all 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What the fuck?
Raiden.
Raiden.
Raiden!
Lord Raiden.
Lord Raiden.
Always say it. The reset timelines. You know, it would have been really fun if they'd included MK versus DC in Raiden's flashbacks and MK. You gotta fucking sort this shit out now, man. Do you know what's gonna happen if you don't?
Injustice 2. Okay, I said Injustice 2 sucks. I don't mean that. I just don't like Injustice very much, like mechanically. I didn't even played it that much. I played Injustice 2 and I was like, woof. I don't like this. It goes on super good sale all the time, though. I don't want to be mean just because I haven't played enough of Injustice 2 to really have a true opinion about it. I played it for like less than 2 hours, and I was like, I fucking hate this. Goes on sale for really cheap all the time. I bet it's on sale right now.
Right.
I'm actually serious. Do you know that MK11 is on the Switch?
Why?
Yeah.
Who wanted that?
People who only have a Switch.
And they're not missing out on much, though.
No.
But
the cutscenes are pre-rendered videos, and the I've seen like gameplay when it switches from the pre-rendered 720 video files to like the fucking 480 actual in-game models. It's so jarring it breaks your neck.
Oh hell yes!
But you know what? Good. I've heard that it actually like runs like perfect. Huh. Like it runs as good as it would on like the PlayStation 4. Apparently, apparently, they sacrifice so much visual fidelity, but the game plays like fine. Like it plays perfectly well.
Well, if it works.
When do I think Nintendo's going to switch to? Never. Probably not anytime soon. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be a bit.
How old's the Switch now? Like 5 years, 6 years?
Something like that. Nintennies.
It's 5 years old.
It's 5 years old.
It's almost 6 years old.
It's almost coming on 6 years old. I mean, like they just put out Splatoon 3, so they've still got some life in mind for it.
Yeah. Will the new Mario be better than Astro's Playroom? No.
Are they making new Mario?
No. Well, probably.
No. It's over.
The Switch
I
U Yeah, what if they just didn't learn from that?
Oh fuck, that was actually really funny. Just do it again, you know?
People have been like speculating about the Switch 2, the Switch Pro, the Switch whatever for like literally 5 years.
Yeah.
Like since the Switch came out, people were like, and when's the upgrade coming for this?
Funny enough, it hasn't materialized yet.
The only Switch that we've gotten is a downgraded version. The Switch Mini.
Oh yeah, awesome.
That's not actually. There's technically the Switch on them. Like if you go out and buy a Switch right now, it would actually be different than the Switch that I have.
Yeah.
Because the 2.0 has a better battery life, I think, and corrected some other hardware malfunctions.
Yeah. Kind of a mess when it came out, huh?
Yeah, I think it corrected. I think the 2.0 version corrects some battery life issues and some heat issues with it. But it's functionally still this. Like the functional hardware is still exactly the same. Oh wait, there's the OLED. I forgot about that. The Switch OLED with the new OLED display. You know what I'm talking about?
It's
the one with the OLED is the type of LED display that's like way better than a normal LED display. There's a Switch that has that in it now. It's called the Switch OLED.
Switch OLED.
Or maybe I'm saying that wrong. OLED. It's an advanced LED display that like is a lot richer in its color palettes or whatever. Anyone own a 2DS? No. Nobody does. It's just you. Actually, I don't. The Vita had an OLED version? No, it didn't. Are you lying?
The Vita?
I can look that. I can Google that if you're lying to me. What the fuck? What is this? This isn't real. I could buy one on Amazon for $284.
What the?
How much does a Vita go for these days? $100.
$100.
$100. $200. $200. $100. $150. $160. $120. $150. $140. $97. And what would I do with it?
You could play PS Vita games.
Name 5 PS Vita games.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do that. It's PS Vita.
Somebody name 5 PS Vita games. If you can't say Persona 4 Golden, because that's on PC now. It'd be fun to get it on the PS4. The proprietary memory card will kill you. Yeah, probably because they're not in production anymore. I've never seen 5 Vita. Look, we can do this right now, okay? Mega Miku, the Miku game, Persona 5 Golden. Okay.
You said that wasn't allowed.
Yeah, but
it's different when you do it.
Okay, like I literally like best PlayStation Vita games of all time. Number 1, Persona 4 Golden.
Persona 4 Golden. The game.
Spelunky, Rayman Origins, Little Big Planet, Guacamelee, Final Fantasy X2 HD Remaster.
That's
Hotline Miami. Mortal Kombat 9.
Oh, please.
Terraria.
Please.
Steins Gate. Grim Fandango Remastered. Minecraft. Fucking Virtue's Last Reward. There we go. There's a game.
Yeah. There's a game on the Vita.
Zero Time Dilemma. Gravity Rush. Blaze Blue.
On there.
The fucking Walking Dead. What did you say?
I should finish Gravity Rush.
No. You
No.
should. Dissidia 4. Metal Gear Solid HD Collection came out on the Vita? What?
A lot of this I'm just surprised to find out got a Vita.
Hatsune Miku Project Diva. Danganronpa 2. Hatsune Miku again.
Again.
A random Uncharted game. Sly Cooper. Another Danganronpa game. Another Danganronpa game. Ultimate Mortal Kombat. Oh, sorry. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Dead or Alive 5.
Okay.
How many people were playing fighting games on their fucking Vita?
Man, that was a jumping.
Street Fighter X Tekken. A Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Need for Speed. Wipeout. Retro City Rampage. Motor Storm.
Stealthing.
A fucking Killzone game. Sigia 3.
Stop.
Soul Sacrifice. Virtua Tennis 4. Plants vs. Zombies. Skullgirls Second Encore. Are you serious?
Okay.
Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Okay. Ratchet and Clank Collection. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time.
They kind of put whatever the fuck on here. There was not more than 100 games on the Vita.
Sonic All-Stars Racing. Gravity Crush. PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. Yeah, baby.
Wow, fuck, I hadn't thought about that in a while. Oh, that was a game that happened. Jesus.
Nile Humbra. I like that game, but it's not a Vita exclusive. Fuck you for giving it a 73. God of War Collection.
Boy.
Earth Defense Force 2. Oddworld. Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus. Fuck.
Man,
Assassin's Creed 3, but not that one.
Yeah, Liberation.
Dynasty Warriors 8. Duke Nukem 3D. What?
Okay, on the Vita.
Touch My Katamari. Okay. Earth Defense Force 2017.
Okay.
Fucking Alien Breed? No.
There were not games on the Vita.
Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds. Okay. Another Uncharted game. Dragon Ball
Sony
Z.
Tech, you know.
Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball. There's a game.
Was Gundam Breaker on the Vita also. I'm literally just going down the list where, like, I don't. You guys can't see it, but like the list that I'm going down is like based on Metacritic scores, and we're already in like the 60s at this point.
Yeah.
Resident Evil. Okay, hold on. Resident Evil Revelations 2 is not that bad. They gave it a 65 on Metacritic. It's not that bad.
No, it's fine.
It's like boring as shit and like not good, but it's not like 65 bad.
No.
I smell like bread being baked. Am I having a stroke? From like reading this list, I smell bread. Is that my computer frying itself?
It can't handle all this.
Oh, Lego Harry Potter. That's great. What did that do to get a 64? Borderlands 2? This can't be this can't be an issue with the game. It has to be an issue with the port itself.
Surely.
Psycho Pass. Lego Batman. Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's also on PC now, by the way. Silent Hill Book of Memories. Great. Caligula Effect. Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme VS Force. Michael Jackson The Experience HD.
Man.
Epic Mickey 2.
Oh, yeah. Wow, we're getting some deep shit
The
here.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh.
Lego Lord of the Rings.
Oh, we're into the red now.
We're into the
down
sub-50s now.
Yeah. 250 games deep, and we're dipping down.
Call of Duty
fast.
Black Ops Declassified. This is the end of the list.
That's it. It gets as low as 33. The lowest rated game on the Vita. Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified with a Metacritic score of 33. The PS Vita does feel like it is the Gonchar of consoles. I don't believe the PS Vita happened. I think we are all making it
I used to live in the house with one. I've seen it.
Yeah, but I've seen a PS5 and those aren't real.
I'm looking at it. I put
PS5?
stickers on it.
Oh, you fuck! I didn't forget that you have a PS5.
I got a PS5.
Okay, PS5.
It's the only way to play Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, it's true. I just I'm looking at a Wii U from where I'm sitting.
That's not real.
That's not real. Where's the controller? Oh, it's behind the laptop, right? I forget we own that.
Sony gave up on the Vita pretty quickly because it didn't sell as well as PSP. To be fair to Sony, they were going into a market that was just going to fucking kill them. Because, like, I don't remember when the Vita came out, and I'm not looking it up. But, like, you have to understand, like, when it comes to mobile gaming, right? Like, Nintendo has historically dominated that market, but in and around the 3DS era, phones began to be powerful enough to play actual games on. And, like, sort of consumer attention with mobile gaming shifted radically to, like, shit like Angry Birds or, like, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, ultimately, Nintendo got trounced by the iPhone. And, like, if Nintendo was getting trounced, Sony didn't have a fucking chance. The PSP never beat the DS.
No.
And if the iPhone beats the DS, it sure as hell beats the PSP. And it sure as hell beats the PS Vita. Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks for coming, Mysterio. Have a good night. Sonic Forces came out. Sonic Forces, Sonic for Ticket on PC 2, how that port went. You should watch the Digital Foundry video on it. It's actually really good. What I recall from that video is that the PC port runs fine, but it doesn't have a lot of PC specific options that you like to see, and that, like, the options don't really change performance that much. I think the conclusion they came to was that the best possible way to play Sonic Frontiers at this time would be to play it on the PlayStation 5.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Or the PC, I guess. The way that they said it was like, if you have the option, you should definitely play the game on a next-gen console or the PC, because on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and the PC, Sonic Frontiers runs at a actually pretty smooth and consistent 60 frames per second. On the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series S, and the Switch, it runs at a jittery 30 frames per second. And it doesn't look that great. Also, the Switch version of the game looks pretty bad. The Switch version of the game is one of those things. It's you see this a lot with Switch ports especially, but it's like, you should not be buying this on the Switch unless you literally don't have any other shit to play it on at all. If you have literally no other option to play, like Sonic Frontiers, if you have literally no other option but the Switch and you really want to play it, you can still buy it. It's not like cataclysmically bad. It's just like kind of like stacked up against its next gen counterparts, it's considerably worse like looking, and it doesn't run at 60 frames per second, but it's not unplayable. That's the same with like Mortal Kombat 11, fucking Doom Eternal on the Switch. Yeah. It's actually shocking how well Doom Eternal runs on the Nintendo Switch.
I was wondering about Doom Eternal when you were talking about MK a minute ago.
Yeah, the great Digital Foundry video on that too. It's shocking how well they managed to make it run. It is still paltry in comparison to Doom Eternal running on hardware that is actually able to fucking support it. But if you don't have anything other than the Switch, I know a lot of people who don't have anything to play other than the Switch, and you really want to play Doom, you can play it.
You can do that.
If you're willing to like accept a compromise, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly playable. All the features are there. It doesn't look as good, but like, it's there for you. It's there for you specifically. Like, it's literally there for you because all you have is a Switch. So if only thing that you can play Sonic Frontiers on is a Switch, and you want to play Sonic Frontiers on the Switch, go ahead, play it. Yeah, it's just for you. It's certainly not for me, right? Like, Doom Eternal on the Switch is not for me. It could be fucking free and I wouldn't play it because I have it on PlayStation. Yes. Like, there's no point in me getting it on the Switch because it is an inferior version to what I have access to. But if you don't have access to it, that's what it's there for. It's for you. Specifically you. You see that with a lot of Switch ports of, like, games that you think wouldn't even be able to run on the Switch. It's there specifically for Switch-only players, which I think is a really smart decision. Did you know that Alien Isolation on the Switch actually looks better than it does on the PS4?
No
Because,
way.
like the polygon count is lower, but, like, the way that they bake their lighting and, like, do filtering, it actually looks like cleaner in motion. Like, it actually presents a cleaner image on the Switch, as long as you're okay with the fact that the Switch is running at a lower resolution than the PlayStation is.
Oh, that's fine with me.
Yeah, it actually is like a better, like, more consistent experience on the Switch. Apparently, I watched it again. I like to watch a lot of Digital Foundry videos because they talk about this stuff. I think it's interesting. It's apparently a more consistently, like, visually engaging, for the most part, experience than it is on, like, what were at the time modern consoles.
Yeah.
I don't know if Alien Isolation would look better on, like, PlayStation 5. I don't have that game. I've actually never played it. Just summarize. Switch can run Doom. Yes, actually, I think every Doom game is on Switch. I'm pretty sure every single Doom game is on Switch, from Doom 1 to Eternal. I know that the old Dooms are on Switch. I'm pretty sure Doom 3 is on the Switch. I'm positive, actually. Every single Doom game is on Switch.
Sure.
Yes, positive.
Yeah. I just remembered I bought the old Doom games. I should play them. No. I played a lot of Doom 64 and then got to a certain point and I was like,
64.
Doom 64. I didn't touch Doom. I don't know why. I don't mean this when I say this. I don't know why I bothered buying Doom 1 and 2 on PS4 when you can already play them in Doom Eternal.
Lol. Yeah,
they're
those ports
so
are
fucked up.
Those ports are really good.
I couldn't quite believe it because I played.
They just dumped the WADs in there and didn't actually do anything.
Fucked it. Because I played Doom on the 360 because I had it on that as well. And playing through the same thing via Doom Eternal, I was like, this feels so wrong. Like, everything feels fucked up about this compared to what I remember playing it on the 360. I don't know how you port Doom badly.
Oh, it's easy.
I feel like this is a solved issue. I feel like if I played Doom, like, at that point probably 10 years prior on, like, the Xbox Live Arcade, and it felt fine, there's no real reason that it should not also feel fine running on a PS4 via another Doom game.
No.
But somehow that was asking too much.
Also, like, I'm literally looking at this collection that came out for the Switch. It also came out for PlayStation and Xbox. But it's like in one pack. It's Doom, Doom 2, Doom 64, Doom 3, Doom 64 again apparently, and Doom 2016. It says Doom 64 on here twice for some reason. And so that's every Doom game, and I know that Eternal is also on the Switch. So every single Doom game is on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
For you. Have I played Ultra Kill? Yes, I played Ultra Kill. I've actually streamed it before, but that was a long time ago.
I was thinking you've streamed before. I have not played Ultra Kill.
It was the first game I streamed as a VTuber. Actually,
really?
Yes. It was my second stream as a VTuber.
Wow. Damn, okay. It's a while ago now.
Yeah, I mean, I streamed it one other time when an update came out, but I didn't stream it. I haven't streamed it. I streamed it like twice over.
I'd probably have fun with it.
It's good. There's like really manageable difficulty options also.
That's reminded. I'm going to just keep saying this about different things. I should really finish Dusk.
Yeah, you should really finish Dusk.
I got to episode 3. Like I got most of the way through it. I got like 2 levels in, and I was like,
Heretic.
Ah,
Ah!
it's a hard sell. I couldn't quite tell you why, but something about the setting of episode 3, I was like, this isn't grabbing me the way the last 2 were, which makes it a little harder to get in.
You don't like colored lighting?
You don't like stained glass effects?
You don't like stained glass like colored lighting?
Over a
You don't like the dog cart?
Foundation? Did I get? I must have got to the dog cart.
It's like level 1.
Yeah, I was thinking I definitely got to the dog cart. I got at least to the 2nd level of episode 3 before I like I'll take a break for a while and then it's been
See, I played
months.
the game in like chunks. The first time I played the game, I played it over like 6 sessions where I did like half an episode every time, and then I just stopped.
Yeah.
That's because the first time that I played Dusk, it actually scared me a little bit. I actually became a pussy in real life. I had to stop at certain points because it was scary because I was playing it with headphones and like super alone in the dark.
Oh yeah, no, that'll do it. No, it's a bit intense to be honest.
It's pretty
to
intense.
Play it that way. I had that the second time I played through Bloodborne. I played it like that, and I was like, oh, this is horrible. This is scary. I don't like this. Something scary to shoot. Just attack it with a saw blade.
Just hit it.
Don't worry. Just hit it. Throw a chaos crystal at it.
Doom.
I don't know if I ever finished the original Doom. I don't finish many
Nobody's
games.
finished the original Doom. There's
No
no
one's ever
point
fought
in
Spider
There's no
Master.
point in playing Doom 1 past episode 1.
Is episode 1?
That's
No, actually, you're
that's where the
literally
shareware
right.
ends.
Yeah,
There's
that
no
is literally
point
the
playing
best
past
one.
the shareware level because all the rest of the levels fucking suck.
You can play to the Tower of Babel if you really must to fight the Cyber Demon. To fight the Spider Mastermind, waste the time. Don't bother. Straight up, not worth it. I know I have beaten the Cyber Demon before, and I think I got to episode 3 and I was like, wow, this is fucking horrible.
Yeah. Episode 1 is like, this is good, this is good, and you get to episode 2 and it's like,
ooh.
Yeah. Oh wow, this map is way too big, and I have no fucking idea where I'm supposed to go. Cool. And you get to episode 3 and you're like, wow, this sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
And that's really the end of it.
Yeah. I did finish Doom Eternal though.
Everybody finished.
Everybody finished Doom Eternal because it's fucking easy.
No.
I feel like I've mentioned this before in passing. Since we're talking about though, I was severely oversold on the difficulty of Doom Eternal.
What fucking difficulty you played on?
I played So I went into it after about a year after it came out, and the only real thing I watched, because most people who talk about Doom games are not people I watched Civi's video, right?
Okay,
and he was like,
playing on Ultraviolence though.
He was like, but that's the thing he says, like, yeah, I was getting my fucking ass beaten on Ultraviolence, and then I toned it down to the one below that.
Yeah.
Around about the 3rd level, and I was like, okay. I think I played through Doom 2016. I replayed some of it while I didn't have Doom Eternal, and I got like halfway through on Ultraviolence, and I was like, okay, Doom Eternal's harder, so I'll play on the difficulty down from that. And I got to the end of the game with like 15 extra lives.
Yeah, that's what I did. But go ahead and boot that shit up and play it on Ultraviolence.
Yeah.
Because that's real. The gap between like hard and like Ultraviolence is real. And then you can go and download Old Gods, and you can play it on whatever difficulty you please.
I ain't fucking doing that.
And it'll still beat your ass.
The thing is, I can never play Old Gods because it's always going to cost more than I paid for the actual game.
Yep.
And I don't do that.
Yep.
That's not happening.
I never finished Old Gods.
I will not pay more for DLC than I paid for the base product, ever, which is really unfortunate for people who make DLC because I always buy games second-hand or on sale. So it puts them in a real imposition when they're charging $16 for DLC and I paid $14 for the thing on eBay.
That being said, I did play you know how like in Eternal there's like one rotating level that's on like Ultra Nightmare?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
did
Oh,
beat
the
that.
master mission.
The master
Right.
levels. I did beat that.
Okay. I never tried them.
I
think I
never beat Doom Eternal on Ultraviolence, but I did beat the master mission.
I'm thinking I did touch it on Ultraviolence at some point, having got all the upgrades and stuff.
Yeah, see, it's easier when you get it. Like, once you have all the tools, Ultraviolence is manageable, but starting the game on Ultraviolence is not really particularly possible unless you're a psycho.
No. That probably will make it a lot harder if you're starting out on like a
With
difficulty.
the shotgun and 30 shells.
Yeah, no, you're
armor.
gonna get fucking hammered. That's just not
no double
happening.
jump and no air control.
No fucking chance.
No chain shot.
Jesus.
No, nothing.
No, that's just a very. I mean, you could. I'm sure
you
it's
could
doable if you if you had something to prove. But like, I don't. I remember getting to the Icon of Sin, and that shit took me a long time, but it wasn't hard.
It's not because it's hard, it's because it takes too fucking long.
It takes way too fucking long. It took long enough that I got bored, which is just criminal.
Fuck.
Because, like, the thing is, because you get infinitely respawning ammo for the Crucible, infinitely respawning enemies, so infinite health and ammo and armor.
Yep.
So you have infinite everything. And the boss fight itself is not particularly engaging, so you're kind of just running around a rooftop for a quarter of an hour.
I really say that Eternal didn't ever really get boss fights right.
Yeah.
The Con Maker boss fight, like, really sucked.
I tell you what, though, the Kamen Maker did give me a run for my money when she overheated my PS4 so hard it froze.
Yeah, she does that.
I don't know what the fuck her problem was for that one. No, that was not a great one either.
I feel like they I get the idea because like the boss fights in Doom 2016 were literally just like glorified fucking quick time events.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like they were like nothing really. They were just spectacle, really. Like, the boss fights in Doom Eternal are just so fucking like mechanically rigid.
Yeah, for real. There's a way to
because they have to be because like they like the boss fights in a game like that literally break the like rules of the game because like if you were playing by the rules of the game you would literally just like spam 3 rockets in the super shotgun and just destroy anything that moves.
Yeah.
And that's not how bosses work. So you have to be like, oh, you have to stand around and wait for her to like flop her ass out so you can like pinpoint accurately shoot her in the butthole.
The Gladiator was just appalling, to be honest.
Yeah.
That was a really bad boss fight.
Yeah.
That was the only fucking enemy in that level as well. Rough call.
It's an FPS with good boss fights.
There
isn't one.
Yeah, it's a consistent problem for the genre.
The problem with first-person shooters, generally speaking, is like bosses usually just end up being like again, like they break the rules of the game because they have to be segmented because otherwise you could just roll up with like a rocket launcher and just kill the shit out of them, or they're just straight straight damage sponges and also still have rules and stuff. Like usually the best like boss, like for first person shooters, usually the boss that you want to see is just like a billion enemies.
Yeah.
You know?
That was a thought I definitely had with Eternal. It's like the last few arenas in that last level before you get to the Icon of Sin are way more fun than the actual boss.
Like the challenge, like the purple key rooms and stuff too.
Oh god, those are so good. Those are really, because like Doom Eternal is a game that is all about like managing huge hordes of very dangerous enemies.
It's literally like Doom Eternal is a spreadsheet.
Yeah, Doom Eternal. I forget where I saw it, but somewhere I saw the comparison made to a Bop-It machine, and that's never left me.
Yeah.
There's a way to play Doom Eternal that it wants you to do.
Yeah.
God fucking help you if you don't.
That's so specifically why bosses are boring in Doom Eternal, because you can't. There's no framework.
Yeah.
And it's also why the game is nightmarishly difficult on higher difficulties until you have all of your tools.
Yeah. Because
you're literally playing a keyboard without the keys.
Yeah.
If you don't have like the sniper shot, the shotgun bombs, the skewer shot, the auto targeting rockets, like the crucible, the freeze grenade, the chainsaw, the blood punch. If you don't have all the tools, you can't do the motions. Like, you need to have everything. Like, Doom Eternal doesn't open up until you have like at least like 2 weapon upgrades, blood punch, the freeze grenade, and the super shotgun, and like double jump and like air dash.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, like you need to have like at minimum those tools to be able to function the way the game wants you to function, and then it just becomes risk management and like crowd control. You have to like learn to prioritize targets. Like, I feel like Doom Eternal is actually like really, really good because like it's not necessarily so much that the game is excruciatingly difficult. Like, you have mostly ample opportunities to make mistakes and correct yourself with most enemies. Like, if you get dropped in a room with 6,000 enemies, like, you just have to find out. You have to immediately prioritize what's the most important. And you can choose, for the most part, you can choose what you think is the most important and find out if you're wrong or like whatever. But like, there's like 2 or 3 things that I think I take issue with for that mentality, and it's like enemies that are so dangerous that they supersede your logic. Fucking Revenants. Or not Revenants,
the Marauders?
Marauders are usually only encountered by themselves, aren't they?
Towards the end, I remember, like, on the last level, and some of the purple keys, they will just show up.
Oh yeah.
In like, there's one at the end with like 2 cyber demons and a marauder and some other revenants and shit, and it's like, but at that point, you just literally have to run away.
Yeah. Archviles.
Oh, Archviles.
Archviles supersede the logic of Doom Eternal in a way that is so fucking crappy.
No, they suck.
You pick and choose your targets based on what you think is the most dangerous, but when an Archvile shows up, it is the most dangerous thing in the room. Always. There's no like if, ands, or buts. You have to prioritize Archviles first, and I don't like that you're forced to do that. Like, because like you have options with everything else. Like, you could logically you should probably prioritize I don't know, Hell Knights first, or like whatever. Or Cyber Demons. What's that floating Cyber Demon thing called?
Doomslayers?
Doomslayers, yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
You should logically prioritize Doomslayers first, but you don't have to do that. You can get away with not doing it. If there's an enemy that you're worse with, you can prioritize using like a blood punch or like rockets or like the crucible or whatever to like instantly take that out, or like the chainsaw, like whatever. But you don't like you're open to that choice. If Pinkies wouldn't give you a trouble, but like if Hell Knights give you more trouble than Doomslayers do, you're open to the choice of being able to take, or like cyber spiders, if they give you more choice. But it's easy to just kneecap their launchers and just move on, because without like if you like sniper shot their or grenade torpedo their launchers, they're not a threat anymore.
Yeah,
it's all about prioritization. But with Archviles, it supersedes the logic of anything else that you're doing. You have to deal with an Archvile first, and also they're irritatingly hard to deal with.
They're not fucking easy for how much of a problem they are. Like,
there's really
it's a bit of the worst of both worlds.
There's really no trick to like quick shotting an Archvile. You just have to fucking suck it up or waste Crucible for it.
Ugh. They don't show up too much.
Yeah. What first person has good boss fights? I don't know. I think it just depends on your like. It depends on like the game you're playing and like what you're getting out of it. Like some people will probably be like, I don't know, the fucking Borderlands has great boss fights. I wouldn't know because I don't like Borderlands. Like,
it's I suppose how much you're able to
I guess
to enjoy it in the context of the game.
Yeah, it just depends on what you. Dusk has pretty good boss fights, actually.
I was thinking actually, yeah, Dusk is pretty good for boss fights. It's like it's a hard one to say, but like yeah, there isn't really a rule for good boss fights.
I guess I would say Ultra Kill has great boss fights because Ultra Kill is actually designed.
Movement shooters.
Movement shooters are actually designed with that in mind, but specifically Ultra Kill is explicitly designed to have enjoyable, like difficult and rewarding boss fight encounters. So I would say Ultra Kill. Actually, let's that's final answer. Ultra Kill has the best boss fights in first-person shooters.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. It's funny because I don't like boss fights in Devil May Cry. I never like boss fights in Devil May Cry because I'm bad at them.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah, that's why.
I get that. Yeah.
Like that.
That's simple. No, that's a perfectly justifiable rationale. Hey, you know what I played recently? Speaking of bad boss fights in FPS games, though, I recently played through Halo 2 again.
That game has boss fights.
That game has
the concept of a boss fight.
It has the idea.
Halo 3
On
had better
paper,
boss fights,
it has a boss fight.
Because I count Scarabs as boss fights.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Okay, because otherwise I was thinking of the boss fight in.
Oh, fucking Spark.
Yeah,
not a boss fight.
Man.
Glorified cutscene.
Oh, I know, but it is.
You say that until it actually kills you.
Yeah. Oh, I genuinely don't think that's ever happened. But
it's happened to me a couple times because I tried to fuck around.
I should play. If I play through 3 on like, no, I beat 3 on Legendary. Okay, I just remember like one of the last things I did before my 360 died was I got that EOD. Finally.
Did you flat out shoot that guy to death? Can you do that?
Fuck yes, I've definitely seen that done years ago.
Do that?
I completely forgot, but you can wiggle that shit in through the door and
that's
park
bullshit.
it up in the right place. Fuck,
why didn't anybody tell me that when I died to Tartarus like 4 times in a row?
It's a tricky thing. I don't know if I just went fucking crazy with it in the I played through it.
Gotta be honest, because I still don't really understand how that fight works.
No, me neither. I kind of do. It's like he's invulnerable until Johnson snipes him, and then he isn't, and then you can do damage, and he usually runs off. In this instance, though, I died once. I definitely did die once. And then the second time, he sniped him, and I just fucking lit him up, and he was dead. And it was over, and I was like, what? Okay.
I got...
Oh, no! There's the second boss fight, isn't there? Because it's the Heretic Leader.
No, there's 3 boss fights. There's the Heretic Leader...
Who's the other one?
The Prophet of Regret.
I remember the third one. Fuck. The Prophet of Regret. That's a funny fucking thing.
The Prophet of Regret.
Regret.
Putting this fucking...
They were fucked for that.
They were fucked.
They were so funny. You hijack him. I genuinely forgot that was a boss fight.
Are you... Yeah, that was a dumbass boss fight.
Oh, it's so good. All the honor guards, you just jump in, punch him. Oh, phenomenal.
I like that you can literally just cheese that because you just have to run in there and beat the shit out of him because like the game ends, the mission ends after you kill him. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can just run past all the other fucking guys.
Just run up.
Does not matter. Jump him. Oh man. Halo 2 is such a game.
Halo 2 is a great game, and when we played the most annoying possible version of Halo 2.
What's that?
The thing I sent you the other day.
Oh fuck. Yeah. I was watching that guy's video on Halo CE.
The newest version of Halo CE that he made?
Yeah, the video from like a few months ago.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm playing CE again at the minute.
Why?
And because I haven't played it in years.
And there's a good reason for that.
Yeah.
How is it? Super good. Just as good as I remember.
Where have I got to? What's it? The one after cartographer, the assault in the control room, and then I was like,
yeah, that's when the game stops being good.
Yeah, literally.
Assault of the Control Room is the first slog of a level.
Mm-hmm.
And then later in the game, they're like, "Did you love Assault of the Control Room?" And you're like, "No."
Again?
Did you want to do it fucking backwards?
No, thank you.
And you're
you
like,
want to do it backwards and worse?
No.
No, actually, I'm all right. Honestly, Silent Cartographer is where the fun starts wearing off a little bit. What I was gonna say is watching that guy's video about CE rebalanced.
Yeah.
I genuinely contemplated just messaging you about this because we kind of talked about it a couple of days ago when you mentioned the trailer for 2 rebalanced.
Yep.
I couldn't think of a good way to just lead into it because it was just me fucking bitching about something, but it was like, man, like so much of every sentence of what this guy's saying about 2 rebalance is just sucking Halo CE stupid, and it does not deserve it.
It's a real problem. A lot of respect for that guy.
Yeah, for real, he does good work, but
it's a real problem. When you hear how much he holds Halo Combat Evolved in regard over like objectively more balanced and better games.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked, to be honest with you. Like, I kind of get where he's coming from.
I get where you're coming from, but my brother, you're talking about Halo CE.
This game is fucked. Do you know?
Do you know that? He's like played this shit recently.
When he's talking about, I forget what point he gets like the bounce where he's like, "Oh yeah, when the flood come in," and he has the audacity to talk about that in positive tones.
Yep.
The nerve.
When the flood come in and really shake up the combat. When the flood come in and really make me want to fucking kill myself.
With the worst level in the franchise. No.
Yes.
Probably yes. Actually, yes. Not necessarily my least favorite, but the worst one. Yeah, when they come in and like take away all like the tactical choices you were making and just like use the shotgun.
Use the shotgun or die.
Press S, use the shotgun, that's it. That's the gameplay now. I hope you like it. Because that's all you're getting for the rest of the game.
Cannot stress enough that it's not like when I played through Halo CE with Aaron, it was such a struggle. Not even like the library was such struggles. It's just so long, and the whole time I feel so bad. And I'm like, I'm sorry you have to do this. I'm trying to show you really how much I like Halo, but instead I've made you play Halo 1.
It's insane how there's never been a good flood mission. Like they never did one.
Yeah. No, like Floodgate in Halo 3 was okay because it was like 10 minutes long.
Okay, yeah, it was short and big open arenas. And was largely a level that you already played through,
yes.
But like with a flamethrower in it.
Yes,
which is the best thing to add to it.
And like Cortana is like better than people give it credit for. It's still not great.
It would be fine if it weren't for that fucking cutscene thing they do, where they insist.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's the worst. That's why it's my least favorite.
Actually, it's pretty bad because of the fucking range forms.
Oh god, yeah, they're painful.
It's really painful.
Design-wise, it would be like probably the best long flood level if it weren't for the fact it insists on putting you in green slow-mo vision every 5 minutes.
And also just like corner traps you with like 5 fucking range forms, and you're like
just painful. Really not good. The flood missions in 2 were way worse than I remembered.
Yeah, they're terrible.
The first set were as bad as I remembered, if not slightly easier, because I got through them quicker than normal. The second set were so much worse.
They're so bad.
And I realized it's because whenever I would replay missions of 2 on the 360, I would literally not play them.
Yes,
I would just skip it. Just horrible. The worst. Like the second one of those, where you're in like the vehicles and stuff.
Awful.
Fucking unbearable. You get to the end of it, it's like,
but you're gonna love.
Oh, and there's the long bit on like the gondola.
Yeah, unbearable. You know, in speedruns of that game, literally, a speedrunner literally just hides in a corner. I've watched the Halo 2 run at GDQ, and they literally just go hide in a corner.
Just sit. Fuck else are you gonna do?
Nothing.
I will say though, that level is actually maybe the funniest one in all of the Bungie games, because when you get to the end of that gondola ride, and you step into the library, and it's exactly the same corridor layout as the library in CE. And you know when you get those little like chapter introductions with like the texts?
Yep.
And it comes up and it's like, here we go again.
And I know.
And you think, oh, fucking Jesus, you're not really going to make me do this. And then you walk 5 feet down the hall and the level ends.
Yeah, it's funny.
So, like, they knew.
Acknowledgement.
They were like,
acknowledgement.
Yeah, they were like, hey, man. Hey, guess what fucking time it is? We're about to make you do the library. I got you.
Listen, you might think that those little levels are bad, but you're going to love them a lot more when that asshole puts the fucking juggernaut back in them.
Oh, when it got to the point in the trailer, it was like, oh, reintroducing content. I was like, show me it. I know what you're gonna fucking put in. What else is there? It's the Juggernaut. Fucking awesome. I've been watching people mod that back into Halo 2 since like 2008, and I've always thought it wasn't a good idea.
That's because
probably
up until recently,
a reason.
Yeah, up until recently, there was no actual combat data for them, but they found actual like attack animations and like data, like actual like hurtbox data for them, so they're actually like fightable now. They're not just things that exist. Like back in like 2010 and like whatever.
Yeah, they were just there.
They were just there, but they weren't like interactable. Now they are. Now they're scriptable. Not only are they scriptable, but they've actually uncovered scripted squads of these things that you can turn the spawners back on for.
Oh man!
You dig into another guy who mods Halo 2. His name is Vengeful for Dom. He found, like, he went through the files and found all the, like, because, like, you know, MCC recently released the mod tools for the games.
Yeah.
Those mod tools are literally the actual content creation tools that Bungie actually fucking used to make the game. Like, they're not like mod tools, like how Forge is like a mod tool. They're like the actual mechanical tools that Bungie actually used to make the video game. And if you run through those files, you will find culled instances of enemy squads that are still in the code but just deactivated. And you can turn them back on. And most of them are broken.
Yeah.
But you can use the context clues in the code to fix them. And you can re-enable cut content encounters. Because he's also making a modded version of Halo 2 that, against literally everybody telling him that it was a bad name, he's calling it Halo 2 Uncut. It's a... What about ODST?
I'll tell you what.
ODST is the best game.
ODST is literally the best game. I actually have been replaying that with a couple of friends, and we haven't finished it yet, but it's good. It's still really good.
It's really good. I did on stream. I did a threesome on stream with it a couple months ago.
You did. That's right. When are we playing Halo together on stream?
When the mod comes out.
Oh, we have to play 2.
Yes, it's your favorite game.
Do. Oh, I never said that.
You said it's your favorite Halo game.
If I did, I was lying.
You're lying. Play ODST.
Nah. No, I would play.
I wish that I wish that we could play ODST and wipe the fucking slot for the audio files.
Oh yeah.
Once you get them, you just have them forever. I haven't found all of them on PC.
Actually, saying that, playing it co-op, it did reset my progress on those at one point. Yeah, when I was playing with different people.
Oh, maybe we'll try it.
Or with more. Maybe we can try it.
Hunting all those down is an exercise in frustration.
It is.
I drive the Warthog. I can't trust anybody else to fucking do it.
Yeah.
I can't fucking try anyone else to do it.
I prefer the turret, to be honest, because I don't trust myself to drive.
I'm an expert driver.
See, I'm all right with driving, but like, just because of how easy it can be if you make a mistake to fuck up and flip the whole thing.
Not me.
If you're good at it, it's very simple not to. But like, if you're like an average Warthog driver, which I am, and you like catch a bit of terrain or just take a corner wrong, that's it. And everyone else in the Warthog with you knows you fucked up, and I can't take that kind of pressure. So I prefer to be on the gun and like get some kills. The passenger seat is a nightmare position to be in.
The passenger seat is just a free triple kill.
Yeah. Literally.
I
There's
like
no
I
fucking reason.
literally like I literally always saying this, like when somebody gets in the passenger seat, you're literally just handing them a free triple kill.
Don't do it. Don't
It's
ever
no
do it.
point in being in that seat unless you have a flag. Or whatever.
Find a ghost.
Find a ghost. Fuck off. Walk.
Get out.
You're not gonna be able to hit anything.
You're not. What are you gonna do?
Like, what are you gonna do? Especially in, like,
I mean, unless you've got like a rocket launcher.
No, because you're gonna hit the fucking ground. You're gonna flip the warthog.
Yeah,
and then we're all going to die. Sometimes it's fun to just ride along. I wish it was more viable.
It would be really nice. I have, you know what's insane is I did get a kill from the back of a mongoose at one point, which I didn't think. A mongoose. Hold on.
Didn't say that.
Didn't say that. I did do that once. What? Oh.
I've never done that. Why don't we play fucking what's the stupid ass game type? It's the VIP game type where one asshole has to be driving the warthog or the mongoose.
Oh, Rocket Race?
Oh yeah, Rocket Race.
That's
worst.
That's on at the moment.
Worst game type I've ever played in my life.
I played that, despite the fact it's teams of 2 and there's a guy I always play it with. For some reason I was like, I'll play a bit of that with randoms, and I have never been more befuddled by the behavior of another living human being than the guy who was driving the mongoose I was on. I was like, what, bro, what are you doing? Where are you going? You don't know what's going on.
What's the weekly playlist in MCC right now?
Rocket Race. It was Fiesta before that.
Oh, it's always fucking Fiesta.
It's always Fiesta.
It's like Fiesta or Escalation Slayer. I'm so sick of fucking Escalation Slayer.
I've actually never played a game of Escalation Slayer.
It sucks.
It's. I know what'll happen. I know exactly what'll happen to me. Is I'm gonna be stuck with that starting gun the whole time.
You play Escalation Slayer, Halo 4. It's not that bad actually.
I'm decent at 4.
Everybody's decent
Strangely.
at 4. I don't mean to detract at your skill at Halo 4, but a fucking 2-year-old is decent at Halo 4.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It feels good though. I actually used to play a lot of Halo 4 and MCC. It was the only thing I was playing for a couple of months, and now I play Infinite.
Yeah. I'm never gonna play Infinite.
Yes, you will.
I'm not.
Yes, you will.
Infinite. I'm not gonna
play
do
it right now.
I don't have it.
Play it right. You have it. It's free.
I'm not getting it.
It's free. I installed it on your computer.
I have no interest in playing Halo fucking Infinite.
Yes, you do.
I've got all the Halo I could ever want, and then some.
I've got all the Halo I could ever want. Halo CE online matches.
Oh, they're funny. They're fucking funny.
They're atrocious.
I seek them out on purpose sometimes.
It's like torturing yourself.
It's unlike anything else.
It's unbelievable.
Ever played.
It's like being oppressed.
How did this happen?
Because it's bad game. It wasn't balanced for that.
How did this ship like that? How did this become like a multiplayer phenomenon off the back of that?
Because nobody was taking it seriously.
Nobody was taking it seriously.
Except for people who were taking it seriously.
That is the nice thing, actually, is it is impossible to get the insane tryhards that you do get in every single other Halo lobby in CE, because it's so fucked.
That is literally not true.
I have
been in the try-hardest lobbies you would not believe. People 3-shotting, people fucking like doing that shit with grenades that you can do. People abusing all of the old tricks, fucking 3-shotting and like sniping and shit. No,
the thing is though, is like
trying to get kills.
Yeah, but the thing is like everything's so fucked up in CE that I don't even register it. Like, it's not a perceivable skill difference. It's like, oh man, that guy just killed me in 2 shots, and then I killed another guy in 2 shots because I'm using the Magnum.
Yeah,
easy.
Sometimes they just happen in Halo CE. Yeah. You know, my favorite part of playing Reach and getting the Halo CE maps and just like realizing how hilariously broken they were.
Yeah, honestly.
Getting fucking hang 'em high and you're like, oh my god.
Oh fuck me.
How the fuck did we play on this?
It is kind of. Yeah, that's in
no, the hang 'em high was a Halo 1 map. I think it was in both.
There is a version of it in 2. I don't know if it was original.
No, it's originally a Halo 1 map because it's in the anniversary collection.
No, I know. I mean, I don't know if it was in Halo 2 when it came out.
No, I think it was a map pack.
Yeah, it was a map pack along with like Relic and shit like that, which I did have
Relic.
on Xbox. Relic is a hell of a map on 2 Anniversary. It's the only place I've ever played it.
2 Anniversary is crazy.
2 Anniversary is weird.
It's good.
Weird fucking time.
I'm good at it.
It's surprisingly good. Surprisingly enjoyable. I wasn't expecting to find
it's
much.
Actually, really fun. Yeah, I'd say that 2 Anniversary is probably like the most fun I've ever consistently had with a Halo multiplayer experience.
Yeah,
I wish there wasn't 2 maps.
I was just thinking.
It's the only problem is there's like 2 maps.
Insane how few maps there are and how many maps you get when you're playing online of Forge maps, which I could happily never see another one of as long as I live.
Every time I play fucking Halo Reach and I see one of their goddamn ugly pre-baked fucking Forge devastating ugly pieces of shit looking versions of old Halo 2 maps.
The Blackout one?
No, I'm talking about the the fucking Relic one. Or not Relic, man, what's the Halo 2 map where it spawns that circular the circular platform with the rockets in the middle?
Yeah.
With the waterfalls.
Fuck.
The Reach
version
of
that one.
Makes me
that
it's so ugly.
The worst. The most hideous. I can't remember what that's called. I fucking hate every version of that map, to be completely honest.
They all kind of suck. It's actually a bad
there
map.
Are
I hate it.
Quite a few maps that appear across multiple games that are never fun to play.
Hey, everybody loves midship.
I was literally thinking of midship when I said that.
Everybody loves midship.
Hellish.
Which is funny because I actually like the iteration of. I like the midship style map in Infinite because it's not actually midship. It's actually a really good map, but like, it's the same style where like you can literally see each other. The difference between midship, and the whatever the map is called in Infinite is that while you can see the other spawn from your platform, you can't immediately start pulling the trigger and hit something. There's like you spawn at a lower, like you spawn at the bottom of a short flight of stairs. You have to consciously walk up those stairs to the flagpole to actually make contact with the enemy. Which prevents you from being fucking two-shotted because you like didn't realize the game started.
Yeah.
And
never play 3, by the way.
You can't just get shot like on spawn like you can in midship. Never play Halo 3 online.
Never play 3 online ever. It is the most painful experience.
It is the most painful experience you can ever have, unless you're playing Griffball.
Yes, play Griffball.
Griffball in Halo 3 is great because it's not that great in Halo Reach.
No, kind of isn't.
And it sucks in Halo 4.
Yeah, it's weird. In 2 Anniversary.
Well, 2 Anniversary doesn't have gravity hammers.
Which is so fucking funny.
Why? I get it.
It's so funny.
I literally
what if we put Griffball in missing one of the central elements?
I played that on stream one time and it was so long and so painful.
Oh fuck! Because you can't area control
you can't
at
area
all.
Control. It's
trade-offs all the way down.
The
number
one thing I don't understand about Halo 2 Anniversary is they're like, okay, no new weapons, right? Only the weapons that were in Halo 2. Except for the assault rifle. Why is the assault rifle in Halo 2 Anniversary? Why don't I spawn with the fucking SMG like in Halo 2? Because the SMGs still exist. Also, that's not true because they also have the silenced SMG for some reason.
They do, I was thinking.
But it's like the same. Well. Oh, it's got a scope on it, so it is different.
Yeah, it's a scopable SMG. It's just whatever.
But like, I don't understand why they put the AR in the game. I have to assume it's for actually balance purposes.
Yeah,
because the submachine gun is dual wielded. One has a 60-round mag. So I guess they were adhering to the principle that Bungie learned that dual wielding breaks the meta.
Yeah.
Except that it doesn't because it sucks.
Yeah.
The thing about dual wielding, the reason that dual wielding was de-incentivized in Halo 3 is because Bungie actually were upset that people were choosing dual wielding and that limited other options. It broke the golden triangle. That's why it's not in Reach.
Yeah.
Because, the golden triangle is guns, grenades, and melee, but you can't grenade or melee while you have dual wielding. So it completely obliterates the golden triangle.
Yeah. Just hold fire with 2 SMGs.
Yeah.
Low damage but high DPS.
Yeah. So they de-incentivized it extremely heavily in Halo 3. To the point where dual wielding is essentially fucking useless.
Pretty much.
Except that the submachine gun still has a faster TTK, I think, than the assault rifle does.
Probably does.
It's barely faster.
The thing is about deathmatching in 3 is it's bad.
Yeah.
And it hurts and it's not fun.
It's not fun. The maps are beautiful though.
The maps are really good in 3. I really like the maps in 3, which is a shame because
the game sucks.
Because the game fucking sucks. The BR in 3 is the most hateful thing I've ever had to fight against.
You know why that is?
Or use.
Yeah, you know why that is? It has random spread.
Does it?
Yeah, there's actual RNG spread on the Halo 3 BR. When you pull the trigger, your shots are not guaranteed to go where they should. This spread.
Oh man,
it's totally random.
That's at least a relief, because I always just assumed that everybody else was somehow just doing more fucking damage than I was.
Nope, it's just random spread. You could literally just put your trigger on their head and pull the trigger, and there's like some chance that it just will like go off to the side.
Right. See that? I always wondered because I'm not bad at lining up my shots.
Also, Halo 3 had atrocious netcode. And like bad hit detection.
Yeah.
So like, it wasn't pretty. Let me tell you.
No.
When it works, it works. I've had like some of the most fun matches I've ever had in like Halo 3 on like fucking Construct.
Oh, Construct's actually really
Construct
good,
is where
strangely.
When I die and go to hell, Construct is where I will be at. It is vicious in there. It is. I'm thinking of the right. Construct's the one with the Guardians, right? I think that Halo 3 Construct.
Yes, yeah, that's Construct.
Yep,
yeah.
that's Construct. That middle
Construct. Oh, that middle room.
That middle room is where hell is.
Fuck me,
that's where the devil lives.
That's genuinely war in there. That's like actual real.
That is
war.
Real warfare is like in those corridors at the top of Construct is actually where the fucking devil lives. Nobody has ever touched the bottom level of Construct. Nobody has ever walked on or shot or been on the mid-level of Construct.
The mid-level, no. That's never.
The bottom level is just where you fucking spawn.
The bottom level is where you die. If you're in that little triangle corridor down there, that's just grenade central. There's missile pods down there.
There's missile pods, a Spartan laser that nobody ever uses.
Nobody ever uses.
Because the only things worth picking on the map are the Maulers, the sword, and the sniper.
Yeah.
And there's some plasmas somewhere.
That's
where hell is.
That literally is where hell is. I will say the most vicious lockouts I've ever had, bar one maybe, were in that, like, the big Sand Forge map.
Oh, Sandbox?
Yeah, in Sandbox. There was a map in that, and both times I've played on it, it's just been the most deathly one-sided thing I've ever experienced.
It's heinous.
Which is, there's no reason, because it's perfectly symmetrical. There's no good reason
that the other team... It's all momentum.
It's all momentum. Once you start getting fucking hammered, that is it.
It's the same philosophy on a larger scale as Midship. Midship is literally identical. Like, it's literally a mirrored image of itself. But it's all about momentum and map control.
Yeah. The second you start doing really well,
you just carry it forward. It's really hard to break setups in like symmetrical maps.
Yeah, I will say the bar one exception to the most vicious thing is I played some 4 the other day. This was it was 4v4 Team Slayer, and the final score I think was 50-8. I will say I was on the losing team, and I'm happy to report I got the most kills of everyone there.
That's all that matters.
I was pulling my weight the best I could, and I was gonna be mad about it because like the guy who top scored on the winning team was like everyone else was normal, and he was just fucking
shitting on everybody, just
destroying. Like from minute one, he just was unbeatable, except for like the 2 or 3 times I killed him, which I'm sure he was upset about.
Got him.
Because it meant he didn't get to finish with a fucking unbroken streak. He didn't get to perfect a whole team.
Get fucked.
I made that my mission. I'm not letting him do that.
Sometimes that's all you have to do.
That's the best. Like you take the victory where you can.
Yeah,
but like I was gonna be mad about it, but then it got to, like the final thing, and like I was gonna be kind of like, man, that like they kind of just won entirely because of that guy. And obviously he gets to the podium, and I see his little clan tag thing, and it literally says "I carry teams," and I'm like, no.
Okay.
Like if you're gonna just say it, then I'm not. I don't actually mind at that point. That's just funny. I'd feel actually worse if I'd been on the winning team in that case.
Yeah.
At least I got to put up a fight. Never play Halo.
The worst lockouts you ever get are on the satellite dish level in Halo 3. The first team that gets that Warthog just runs over the enemy team.
God, yeah.
Nowhere to go.
Fuck. Oh god, that one's horrible. That one is
really
actually
trash.
awful.
You get to the point where literally, like, you'll literally just have the other team just like cowering in the interior of like the building.
Your shit. Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can do.
Just fuck.
It's impenetrable. Unless you get the rockets, and by the time you light up the rocket shot, you're already dead.
That's it. You're done.
And then somebody else from the enemy team picks the rocks, and then you're just done. It's a tragic. That map should not be played 4v4.
No, fuck no. That one, like, it's always painful when you manage to live just long enough to get a power weapon. You get 1, maybe 2 kills, and then you die, and you see the guy on the other team take it, and you're like, fuck.
Yep, done.
I just made all of our lives harder. Now they're gonna fucking dominate with it, and they do.
And they do. Most fun memories of 3 goofing around and improves in co-op, beating one another with gravity hammers. That's what 3 is really all about.
It really is. 3 is not a game to be played competitively. 3 is a game to wander around those maps and goof off with your friends.
The thing is that competitive Halo players would agree with you. Everybody didn't like Halo 3 competitive as much as Halo 2 competitive.
Yeah. I don't like Halo 3 online as much as I like Halo 2 online. I don't like Halo 2 online that much.
Halo 2 online has too many tryhards on it.
It does. It's so fucking painful to be in a lobby of like 7 like regular players and 1 guy who is making it his mission to top score every game he's in.
Yeah. It's actually even more painful when it's like you and like fucking like there's like 8 people and like 6 of them are like turbo tryhards, like MLG proing it up, and you're like, I'm just trying to play some Halo, man. It's fucking 2:30 in the afternoon on a weekday. What are you doing?
I'm trying to relax. Yeah, like, do you not have anything more fulfilling to do with your time than to fucking hammer it in Halo? There's that post where it's like, or it's not even a specific post, I don't think, but the thing where it's like, you know, sometimes you'll just want to kick back and play a little bit of like something online.
No.
And then you come up against the guy who plays this 12 hours a day, every day, without fail, and just ruins your whole night.
That's literally what it's like to play Halo constantly.
It's the golden thing is where you find a lobby of like mostly regular players. And
See,
it's like, Christ.
That's why first-person shooter players get really pissy about skill-based matchmaking, because they want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about this? Call of Duty, a bunch of Call of Duty streamers threw a big fucking hissy fit because Modern Warfare 2, that's the new one, not the old one, is having skill-based matchmaking in its matchmaking systems, which is exactly what it sounds like. It matches you with players similar to your own skill level.
Oh man, then you can't stomp whole lobbies.
Yeah, but then you can't stomp whole lobbies on stream and fucking ruin everybody else's fucking time because you're like level 900 shitting on like level fucking 30 players who just like who play 2 hours a day after their job. but it's your fucking, like, you play Call of Duty 15 hours a day because you, like, have nothing else that you're doing in your life. But they're seriously, like, a bunch of, like, Call of Duty streamers threw huge fits about it, and some of them were even like, I'm not streaming Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 online. Like, I'm not streaming this game because I can't stop. Like, they made it sound like it's Call of Duty's fault, but literally they were just whining about how they couldn't stomp lobbies anymore.
Making me look less impressive.
Yeah, I have to actually play against people who are relative to my skill level.
Man, I have to think.
I have to actually, like, I can't just use the meta and, like, try hard. Yeah.
Nah.
But, like,
that's no
it's
good.
Literally such a problem. Like fucking shooters. Like, you play Halo, like, you know, on the weekends, or like when you've got some free time, you're like, I could play some Halo right now, and there's like a guy who does nothing but play Halo every day.
Just rough.
And you're like, buddy, can you, like, go away?
Can you go play competitive or something?
And that's why you have to play Halo 4 online.
Yeah.
Because none of the tryhards touching that.
It is genuinely, it is a much more level experience. When I first installed 4 multiplayer, because I remember playing a lot of that on the 360 and actually having a surprisingly good time with it, I was like, I'll install this. And as I was just walking, like, in the first game of it, I was like, what are you doing? I was watching some of the players on, like, the other team, like, crouch walking around the whole map. I was like, do you know where you are? What is this?
Just playing.
This is, I was like, there's for sure people playing the game in Halo 4 more than perhaps any of the others, and I was like, no, I can work with this.
Yeah,
I can work with this. This is like kind of what I want. If anything, I want to have those moments where I'm not like, oh man, this guy literally just seems to play Halo for a full-time job. I want to be like, has this guy touched Halo before? Does he know what's going on? Maybe he doesn't. That's kind of more interesting though, because now I'm like, this guy's a wild card. Yeah. He's doing fucking stuff I can't understand. He is stopping, bolt rigid in place to throw grenades at me while I shoot him. Fucking awesome.
That's a mix. He's doing mixes.
He's I can't predict
He's mixing
what's
his
gonna
timing.
happen in this game.
That's good. You gotta do that. You gotta stop. You gotta change your timing.
That was in the same game as well, and it was a different guy than the guy who was like, he was like doing tactical espionage action, creeping around the corners of buildings. And I was like, oh man, that's really good. I'm happy to see that. That's not how you play this game, but like, I love that you're trying something weird. I love to see it. Not a guy like quick switching and B-hopping around the map and killing me with a beam rifle within 1 second of me spawning. That's much more entertaining.
Skill-based matchmaking. Okay, we have to stop before my head explodes.
Me as well.
I'm gonna die. Seriously.
I'm gonna literally get directly into bed. I've done everything I need to do for
tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta
go now.
I gotta go to Des tomorrow. Also, my head hurts.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Guilty Gear on Thursday. The schedule's gonna change. Tomorrow I'll post the updated schedule because everything fell into place today. Guilty Gear on Thursday. Charge Counter Attack on Friday. Some other stuff on the weekend. You'll see it tomorrow. I'm not rating anybody. My head is seriously gonna explode. I have to go immediately. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the talk. I'm really sorry that it ended so abruptly. I like it having like a migraine like hitting me for like the last 20 minutes, and then I was like, okay, you need to stop talking or you're gonna like get sick.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. All right. Bye everybody. Thank you all for coming. I'll see y'all later.